I'm just stating the facts. My city been on the map. We're known best for when them guns are clapped and your bones are snapped, or your brains exposed when your skulls get cracked, or your conscience collapse from a whiff of that crack. Now add to that, Tahitian treats and Tampicos is causing strokes and heart attacks. Something's got to give in order to get back, and that's real. So this year, the new idea on the bill was a soda tax.
Mayor Gail McLaughlin came and participated in today's Open Youth Forum. She wasn't here just for the introduction, just for a few words of public comment. She was here for the duration.
I want to say, one thing that's important to me when I think of the question, because I know the question posed here was, whose city is this? And that is a wonderful question. I mean, clearly, the city of Richmond belongs to its people, and it especially needs to be understood that the youth voice and the youth ownership of our city is extremely important. We have issues.
The dialogue that really grabbed my heart the most were the spoken word artists from Raw Talent. They speak of something that I think perhaps people know about and really don't know how to address.
I feel like things wasn't presented to me right. Like, I didn't know about community centers in Richmond. Like, I just found out about the Devon Center the beginning of the year. I was like, what is that? And it's like, you gotta push these things, I feel like, and you gotta try to talk to other youth who is doing things. It's like, certain people do talk to us. I mean, we putting ourselves out there, Raw Talent. We youth, basically.
In order for young people to really get involved in these programs that's based all throughout the city, it's not going to take just the police or the mayor or these programs to bring everybody together. It's going to take people who started to be way back then to come together and talk to each other and bring these young people together, because a lot of stuff that's going on is passed down from generation to generation. And the people who started it, if they're not involved in these programs, it's not going to work, because kids from North Richmond is not going to come, or Central, and if they do come, it's going to be a fight, or it's going to be a shootout. So I feel like you have to, in order to reach the youth, it has to be people that come from that community that know what's going on and can do something about solving that problem first before anything will work.
Everything that you said is correct. A few problems is, it ain't really about why the beef started anymore. It's just about loss of life. And getting folks to understand that everybody done lost. Ain't nobody ahead, ain't nobody winning, body count don't matter. Everybody continue to lose. So youngsters ain't fighting over what the OGs is fighting over. They was fighting over a call, the disrespect issue. These youngsters fighting over my big brother got killed. I seen my cousin die. My other cousin in jail for murder. I'm losing my family. So it's about trying to deal with their pain.
Maybe part of the reason for violence happens out of different parts of the city, and how you can have a beef that comes out of these different areas, and it can turn violent. And maybe that's part of the background issues of why it's hard to reach youth, and why sometimes people have a hard time getting out of the house, because at some level there's a safety issue.
I was really glad that Sergeant Russell, as a native, a resident who grew up in Richmond, was able to ask and direct that question, even though he understands part of the problems in terms of the violence and the discourse between residents and people and the turf wars. I believe that Dante was really able to underscore the fundamental problem and really articulate what the issue is and how to address it.
First, we look at presentation. So if a young person see me, they gonna see, oh, he got on the hoodie, beanie, dreadlocks. I feel where you're coming from. They see you, they see a uniform, a system that's been known to brutalize the people, so that automatically they're not gonna talk to you. So far as your example, if you gotta come to us outside of the uniform.
I won't come like this, because I need everybody to understand where I'm from and where he's from and what we're trying to accomplish. I'm not there to arrest nobody, not running no warrants, but I do want to stop walking out to crime scenes and seeing our youth laid out.
Young people in the south part of the city or the north part don't connect with each other. There's some issue that comes up, and then there's violence. And so one of the things that simply happened in the room, it happened, was people connected.
Once you ask the question, like, how do we reach these young people? How do we get out to these communities and this barrier between different neighborhoods? That's when I feel like the spice was needed as far as you want to do work with young people. You need to have more young people at these type of forums. So I feel like towards the end, it got juicy.